Our top focus at this hour. The United Arab Emirates has pledged retaliation after a drone attack killed 3 people and wounded 6 in Abu Dhabi. It was claimed by Yemen's Houthi rebels who took responsibility for setting off explosions in fuel trucks. Now, among the 3 people who were killed, 2 were Indians who worked for oil giant ADNOC. India's ambassador to the UAE, Sanjay Sudhir, has confirmed to WION that 2 Indian nationals have been killed in the attack at the construction site, which had oil tankers. UAE authorities issued a statement condemning what they term a heinous attack by Houthis.
Yes, so there has been some explosion at the oil tanks of ADNOC, the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. Okay. And in that incident, 3 persons have died, and of these 2 are Indians. We are just liaising with local authorities to get more details on the identity of the Indians. Well, we are in the process of getting more details about who are the 2 Indians who have died in this incident. For us, the top priority at this point in time is to ascertain the identity of the Indians who have died, and also to reach out to their families and provide them whatever assistance is possible.
The UAE's foreign minister condemned the attack and said it would not go unpunished. The United Arab Emirates have also threatened retaliation against Yemen's Houthi rebels. The rebels, meanwhile, in a statement urged civilians and foreign firms to stay away from vital installations in the UAE. The military spokesman of the Houthis said the missiles and drones had been launched at Abu Dhabi and Dubai airports, an oil refinery in Abu Dhabi's Musaffa area and other sensitive targets in the UAE.
نفذت القوات المسلحة بعون الله تعالى عملية عسكرية نوعية وناجحة، عملية إعصار اليمن استهدفت من خلالها مطاري دبي وأبو ظبي ومصفاة النفط في المصفح في أبو ظبي وعددا من المواقع والمنشآت الإماراتية الهامة والحساسة. وتمت العملية الموفقة ب5 صواريخ باليستية ومجنحة وعدد كبير من الطائرات المسيرة، وقد حققت العملية أهدافها بنجاح. إن القوات المسلحة اليمنية وهي تنفذ اليوم ما وعدت به تجدد تحذيرها لدول العدوان بأنها ستتلقى المزيد من الضربات الموجعة والمؤلمة.
Abdul Ilah Hajar, advisor to the president of the Houthi Supreme Political Council in Sana'a, said the military operation in Abu Dhabi was a warning shot, and if UAE continued its hostility to Yemen, it will not be able in the future to withstand the coming strikes.
سبق وأن وجهنا رسائل إنذار للإمارات بأنها إذا لم تتوقف عن دعمها لمرتزقة طارق عفاش والذين يحشدون في مأرب وفي البيضاء وفي شبوة فسيكون لنا رد. الآن يبدو أن الإمارات لم تفهم هذه الرسالة التحذيرية، فأرسلنا إليهم رسالة تنبيه واضحة بضرب أماكن ليست بالاستراتيجية كبيرة، ولكنها تنبيه إذا استمرت الإمارات في عدائها لليمن فلن تستطيع في المستقبل أن تتحمل الضربات الموجعة.
But the question that arises is, why is a rebel group in Yemen which does not share a border with the UAE targeting it? The answer lies in the Yemen war. The UAE is part of a Saudi-led military coalition which supports Yemen's government. The Yemen government is fighting against the Houthis, who are backed by Iran, while the Houthis have previously carried out cross-border drone attacks against Saudi Arabia. This is the first deadly attack inside UAE's borders. This escalation is in retaliation to the actions of UAE-trained troops in recent weeks, who made significant advances against Houthis in several parts of Yemen, clearly angering the Houthis. The group made it clear that this attack was just a warning shot.
وتحذر القوات المسلحة الشركات الأجنبية والمواطنين والمقيمين في دولة العدو الإماراتي بأنها لن تتردد في توسيع بنك الأهداف ليشمل مواقع ومنشآت أكثر أهمية خلال الفترة المقبلة.
The strike on a leading Gulf ally of the United States takes the war between the Houthis and the Saudi-led coalition to a new level and may hinder efforts to contain regional tensions as Washington and Tehran continue working on reviving the 2015 nuclear deal. Yemen's conflict has been catastrophic for millions of its citizens. Its civil war began in 2014 when the Houthis seized the capital Sana'a, prompting Saudi-led forces to intervene. Years on, it is the world's worst humanitarian crisis. Now, earlier we spoke to the AFP News Agency Bureau Chief in Gulf and Yemen, Talik Harris from Dubai. Listen in.
UAE authorities are still investigating. They're not sure about the exact circumstances. They have said that it was a suspected drone attack. They found some, what they said was small flying objects around the attack, which were possibly from drones. So they are flagging the possibility of an attack without saying without putting it in quite those words. So it looks like it is well an attack, but they are not saying that. The Houthis, I think, have not directly claimed it, or at least anyone in a position of high responsibility with the Houthis. So it is still not entirely confirmed, but it does look very much like some kind of attack has gone on. Although we still don't know if it is an attack, and if so, who did it. Have not been any confirmed attacks that I know of in the UAE at all. It's an incredibly safe place. So for anything like this to be happening here is really quite extraordinary. Maybe there has been things that have been happening in the background that have not been made public, which would raise the question of why is this one particularly being made public? I guess presumably because there are deaths involved. And you have to be quite public and quite open about what's happening there. There are occasional instances that you wonder if something else was going on, but it would be pure speculation. And so it's very hard for me to say if there's been anything else of this nature happening before. I just don't know.